I've tested over 10 electrical paddleboard pumps and highly recommend investing in a battery-powered one. That way you don't have to rely on an additional source like your car, and you can pump up your paddleboard wherever you need. I've actually blown a fuse using an electrical paddleboard pump in my car's 12-volt plug. In this video, I test and showcase 6 battery-powered electrical pumps. It's important to note that I was gifted the pumps, but I wasn't paid to make this video. As always, I'll give you my honest opinion. I'm here to share my experience and provide as much information as possible in order for you to make the decision for yourself. All 6 pumps tested in this video are battery-powered, dual stage, auto shutoff, auto cooling, come with the 2 main paddleboarding valve attachments, H3 and C7, can pump at least 3 boards back to back without overheating or running out of battery, can deflate a paddleboard, and can be used as a power bank to charge other items like your phone. For this video, I tested all 6 pumps on the red Paddleco 11-foot compact, which has a width of 32 inches, a thickness of 4.7 inches for a total volume of 259 liters. The board was pumped to 16 psi each time. Red boards also have Hulkey-Roberts H3 valve, the most common type valve for inflatable paddleboards. When testing how many boards a fully charged battery could pump, each pump had a downtime of approximately 2 minutes, while another pump deflated the paddleboard. It's important to note the air temperature comes into play with pump time. Each pump was timed and tested at 46 degrees Fahrenheit, 8 degrees Celsius. I've used and timed a few of the pumps in different air temperatures and find that the warmer the air, the faster it pumps, but the harder it works. When you can, keep the pump in the shade while it's working. For more paddleboarding pump tips and to see other pumps in action, check out my first electrical paddleboard pump comparison video. Let's get into it. Up first, the Outdoor Master Cachalot Mini 2. This pump's battery is 57.7 watt hours, weighing for a total of 2.7 pounds. And as you can see, it's little and portable. The pump goes up to 20 psi at 0.1 increments. The buttons allow you to increase or decrease to the desired pressure. You can also switch the measurement to bars. It took this pump 6 minutes and 47 seconds to pump the 11-foot board to 16 psi, and the noise level ranged from 83 decibels on the first stage, going up to 87 decibels on the second stage. This pump can pump 3 paddleboards back to back without overheating, and on a full battery can pump a total of 5 boards, dying at 10.5 psi on the 6th board. The pump takes about a minute to deflate the paddleboard, and to charge the unit took over 5.5 hours. This pump comes with a storage bag, of course the hose, 7 types of nozzles, a USB-C to USB charger, a 12-volt plug in case the battery dies. You can still pump up your board. When pumping, you can also unplug the 12-volt, and if the battery has enough power, it'll keep pumping without turning off. Every Outdoor Master hose has the nozzle attachments all put together, which is good and bad. They keep all of the nozzles together, so it's hard to lose one or forget one. However, when it is attached to the hose and you're trying to attach it to the valve of your paddleboard, some of the other nozzles get in the way. The nozzles are really easy to attach to the hose since the hose has a collar that moves and screws onto the piece itself, and you don't have to twist and get the nozzles tangled. The pump has 3 ports, a USB, a USB-C, and a DC input. The unit doesn't have to power on in order to use it as a power bank, but you can only use the USB port to power your items like a phone. The USB-C port is only to charge the pump. The cost for the Cachalot Mini 2 is approximately $110 US. I love that the Cachalot Mini 2 is small, lightweight, and packs a punch, with the ability to pump up 5 paddleboards on a single charge. Having a carrying case is also great. It gives you the ability to store and transport the pump with the hose and all of the charging cables. The battery indicator has 3 bars plus the outline of the battery itself, making it challenging to determine how much charge is left in the battery. I wish that the battery indicator was a little bit more precise. Next up is the Airbank Puffer Pro, another small portable device with a battery capacity of 44.4 watt hours weighing 2.8 pounds. This pump I've had for over 2 years and take it backcountry paddleboarding camping with me as a backup pump. The pump goes to 20 psi, going up and down at 0.5 psi increments with the ability to also measure in bar. The pump time for the Puffer Pro was 7 minutes and 2 seconds, with the noise level starting at 81 decibels going up to 87 on the second stage. This pump can do 2 boards back to back without overheating, and on a full battery charge can handle 3 boards, with the 4th board dying at 12.7 psi. This pump's board's deflation time was under a minute, and it takes just over 7 hours and 30 minutes to fully charge again. This pump also comes with a storage bag, of course the hose, USB-C to USB charger, 7 types of nozzles. The extra nozzles that come with Airbank pumps come stacked and attached like this. You also get the various rubber washers with the fuse to pick and choose depending on your valve type. And the 12-volt plug-in in case your battery dies, you can still pump up your paddleboard. The pump will charge and run when plugged in to a 12-volt plug. However, if there's enough battery to continue pumping the paddleboard and you unplug the 12-volt, the pump will stop and you'll need to press power to restart it again. The Puffer Pro has a USB, a USB-C, and a DC input port. It also has an external light. The unit doesn't have to be turned on to use as a power bank, but you can only use the USB port to power your items like a phone. The USB-C port is only to charge the unit. The cost for the Puffer Pro is $130. Similar to the Outdoor Master Cachalot Mini 2, I love that the Airbank Puffer Pro is small, lightweight, and comes with a carrying case. Unlike the Cachalot, the Puffer Pro's battery isn't as strong and can't pump as many paddle boards on a single charge. It also takes longer to fully charge its battery. However, the battery indicator on the Puffer Pro is more accurate with 5 bars. I also wonder if the battery isn't as strong because I've had this pump for over 2 years. The next battery-powered pump is also from Airbank, the Whale Shark Pro. As you can see, next to the Puffer Pro, the Whale Shark Pro is a much larger pump. This pump has a battery capacity of 88.3 watts per hour and weighs 4.4 pounds. This pump goes to 20 psi at 0.5 psi increments with the ability to go up and down as well as roll over from 20 psi to 0.5 psi. You can also set the measurement to bar. It took the Whale Shark Pro 6 minutes and 51 seconds to pump the 11-foot board and is one of the quietest pumps, starting at 77 decibels, going up to 82 decibels on the second stage. This pump is overall the most powerful of the 6 pumps, with the ability to pump 5 boards back to back without overheating, and on a full charge, pumping 6 paddle boards with it dying on the 7th board at 11 psi. The deflate time for this pump took around a minute, and it's the fastest pump to charge back to full, taking 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's one of 2 pumps that charges with an AC adapter versus a USB-C. The Whale Shark Pro has 2 ports on the front, a USB, as well as the AC adapter plug-in. The Whale Shark Pro doesn't have to be on in order to use it like a battery bank. It also has a secret compartment on the back to hide away a 12-volt plug in case the battery dies on the pump. You are still able to pump your board. The pump can be charged or used using the 12-volt plug. If the battery is strong enough and has enough juice and you unplug the 12-volt, it will continue to pump without stopping. Along with the hidden 12-volt plug-in as backup, this pump comes with 7 nozzles attachments, as well as an extra fuse and multiple size rubber washers. It also comes with the AC plug-in adapter to charge the unit. The cost for this unit is $170. I love the design of the Whale Shark Pro with the handle, but most importantly, the ability to hide and store the pump hose for easy transportation and storage. I also love the feature that the 12-volt backup plug is hidden and always with the unit. The AC adapter is big and bulky, but it charges the unit extremely fast. The Airbank Whale Shark Pro is a powerful and light pump with the ability to pump 6 boards on a single charge, the only pump that can do this. If you're finding this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more tips, reviews, and outdoor adventures. I've seen some negative reviews for Airbank pumps. I've personally never had any problems and had both the Puffer Pro and Whale Shark Pro for 2 years. The Whale Shark Pro is my main go-to pump and my workhorse. Unfortunately, with any electronics, there's bound to be issues, or you could be unfortunate enough to receive a lemon. I've had great customer service both with Airbank and with Outdoor Master. If you have a problem with your pump, I highly recommend you reach out to the company that designed it. For our next battery-powered pump, we have the Outdoor Master Whale. The Whale's battery capacity is 72 watt-hours and weighs 5.7 pounds. This pump only goes to 16 psi, but has the ability to go up and down in 0.5 psi increments, or you can switch the measurement to bar. This pump took the longest time to pump the 11-foot board at 7 minutes and 56 seconds. It's also the loudest, ranging from 86 decibels to 91 decibels on the second stage. The Outdoor Whale can pump 3 paddleboards back to back without overheating, and a full battery can pump 5 paddleboards with the battery dying on the 6th board just under 1 psi. Deflating a paddleboard took around a minute, and to charge the battery back up to full took over 6 hours and 30 minutes. This pump has 2 USB ports plus the AC adapter, and it also comes with an internal backup 12-volt plug. The pump will charge and run when plugged into a 12-volt. When pumping, you can unplug the 12-volt if the battery is full enough, but you need to power up the pump again in order to continue pumping. All of the ports and cords are hidden and contained in the top compartment. In order to use the Whale as a power bank and the USB ports, the unit has to be turned on. In addition to the hidden and built-in 12-volt charger, it also comes with an AC adapter charger, and of course a hose with 5 types of nozzles. The Whale also has an exterior light. This unit costs $190. I don't like that this pump can only go to 16 psi, especially for its size. It's also the loudest and takes the longest to pump a board. The features I like about this unit are the fact that the cords to charge it and the backup 12-volt can all be contained in the unit. I also appreciate that you can see what PSI you set the pump to and what it's currently at. I also like that this unit didn't totally die on pumping its last board on a single battery charge. It kept enough energy in order to keep the cooling fans on for the unit. Our 5th battery-powered pump is the Outdoor Master Shark 2S. This pump has a battery capacity of 88.8 watt-hours and weighs 6.6 pounds. This pump can go to 20 psi at 0.1 increments up or down. It also has 3 modes: SUP, kite, and mat. SUP and kite are measured in psi or bar, and mat is measured in minutes, up to 10 minutes. The Shark 2S had the second longest pump time at 7 minutes and 43 seconds, but it was one of the quietest pumps, starting at 71 decibels going to 82 decibels. This pump can handle 4 boards back to back without overheating, and on a full charge has the ability to pump a total of 5 boards, dying on the 6th board at 10 psi. Its deflate time was one of the longest at over a minute and 30 seconds. To fully recharge its battery took 10 hours and 30 minutes. It was the second longest charging time. The pump has 3 ports, a USB-C to charge it, a USB, as well as a DC input. The pump doesn't have to be on in order to use it like a battery bank, and you have the option to use the USB-C or the USB port to power your items. The pump comes with 7 types of nozzles, of course, along with the hose, as well as the USB-C to USB charging cable and the 12-volt backup power source. The pump will run and charge using the 12-volt plug. However, I noticed a glitch. Unlike the other pumps, when there's a charge in the battery left and you unplug the 12-volt, they'll either stop and you need to start and keep them going, or they'll continue to run and pump. This one dies completely. Even if you plug it back in with the 12-volt, you can't get the unit to turn on. The only way I could get it to turn on again was to plug it in using the USB-C to USB. This unit is $140. I've tested the plug-in version of the Shark 2 and know that it's a solid pump. Like some of the other Outdoor Master pumps, I don't love the battery indicator. It has 4 big bars, making it a challenge to know how much charge is left in the battery. For example, the unit pumped 1 full paddleboard on 1 single battery bar, but the battery also died when it showed 1 single battery bar. The 6th and final battery-powered pump is the Outdoor Master Shark 3. This is the heaviest pump, weighing 8.5 pounds and has a battery capacity of 74 watt-hours. Just like the last Outdoor Master pump, this pump goes up to 20 psi with 0.1 increments up or down. It also has 3 modes: SUP, kite, and mat. SUP and kite are measured in psi or bar, while mat is measured in minutes, going up as high as 10 minutes. The Outdoor Master Shark 3 is fast. It is the fastest electrical pump I've ever seen. It's even the only electrical pump that's faster than if you were going to pump your board manually. To pump the 11-foot board, it took 3 minutes and 56 seconds. This pump's noise level is average, ranging from 80 to 85 decibels. This unit can handle pumping 3 boards back to back without overheating, and on a single charge battery can pump 5 paddleboards, dying at 8 psi on the 6th. The deflate time took 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is surprisingly slow compared to the other pumps and how fast it is at inflation. To charge this powerful pump, it took the longest, over 12 hours to go from 0 to full. The pump has 2 ports, USB-C and the DC input. In order to use the unit as a power bank, it doesn't have to turn on, but you only have the option of using the USB-C port. The pump comes with a USB-C to USB cord to charge it, as well as 7 nozzles with the hose, and the backup 12-volt plug-in. Like the other pumps, the Shark 3 can charge or operate when plugged in using the 12-volt. When pumping, when the 12-volt is plugged in, and if the battery has enough power and you unplug the 12-volt, this pump will keep running and pump up your board. The cost for the Shark 3 is $180. What the Outdoor Master Shark 3 lacks in weight and total time to charge the battery, it gains in how quickly it pumps the paddleboard. It's super fast. Having an electrical paddleboard pump is a game changer, especially a battery-powered one. Keep an eye out for deals, as pumps go on sale all the time. I also have discount codes for Outdoor Master and Airbank. See the description below for links and discounts. Here is a comparison chart showcasing all 6 pumps, their total weight, the time it took to inflate the 11-foot board, the number of boards it can handle on a fully charged battery, the decibels from stage 1 to stage 2, and their approximate cost at the time this video is shot. What pumps have you tried that you love? Do you have a favorite feature? Share in the comments below. And until next time, happy adventuring!